Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Murph with SAVOY 6. I want to talk about rocket launchers today, how they're used in scenario paintball, do's and don'ts, and things like that. So just for the intent of this video, we're going to be going over the Alias MKX, just because it's the one I have. So I'm going to go into detail on this one and answer any questions you may have about it. So you can use any kind of air. You want HPA, CO2. I have an adapter with 12 grams on it right now. I've run a remote line off of it in the past, so it's whatever you have, really. This thing's pretty versatile. So you have that. Was it fire? So you got a couple different rockets you can use. Bar none, you're going to want to use these Mini Vortex. They're awesome. They're really durable. They're going to take a licking and keep on going. The fins aren't going to rip off, which is a problem you'll have sometimes with the cheaper brands and just a cheaper make. You might pay $1.50 for them, but if the tail fin rips off and the thing just goes, at a 90-degree angle, you want quality. Sometimes you got to pay for quality. So it's harder to find them sometimes. So just be aware of that. So another thing you can use, these guys. Actually, I like them. Some people have, they don't like them. They're cheaper. Hey, these things are pretty tough. Just be aware of them when you're packing them and putting them in your gear bag. This tail fin may rip off on you. So, but once you're firing it, you're playing with it in the field, it'll keep on going. It's pretty good, and the tip is hollow, so you can put a 68 cal paintball in there, so you can mark your target, and it's pretty good. So I've had good experience with these. I like them, and it's pretty cheap. It's only like $2 or something like that. So if I do lose it in the field, I'm not out that much money. The Mini Vortexes, it's a little bit more of an investment, and if you go to a big game field and you put yours in a big community pool and you don't get them back, that's a loss from your pocketbook. So it's ultimately it's your choice, and just be aware when you're firing some that have the whistles on them. This thing is going to shoot 2-inch diameter footballs. This football is 2 inches in diameter, but it has 1/4-inch whistles on either side. So I've had to take them off, and it shortens the distance it can fire. So just be aware of that. So safety. Obviously, you're not going to want to take a headshot on somebody with one of these. You shouldn't say it, or shouldn't need to say it, but you do. Just be safe with these things. Always ask permission from the paintball field before you take it out, because you don't want to surprise them. This thing looks pretty gnarly, and you don't want to upset anybody. So ask permission, make sure they're cool with it. If it's a scenario or a big game, they generally are. If it's just regular walk-on play, they're probably going to say no, or they're going to want to see limited use with it. So some fields do let you use this during walk-ons. I've used it in the past. Just ask. Call them ahead of time just so they can kind of have some time to wrap their head around it. Because usually when you put somebody behind the 8-ball, they're going to say no, just out of precaution. Safety first. So this, you can barrel load it, or you can open the breech. So if you're in a time crunch, you're probably going to cram it down the barrel, but you get a better shot if you take the extra time and cram it in there. But it gets a little snug sometimes, so it's just easier to barrel load it. But we'll do a couple test shots, show you. Make sure that you do kind of an offset aim a little bit when you're firing, just so you can compensate. Alright, we'll do another shot. This time I'll barrel load it like that. Sometimes you're going to get that erratic shot. It happens. As you can see with the Mini Vortex, that thing was straight as an arrow. So sometimes it's worth the extra couple dollars. Just make sure with that trigger pull you fire and release, because if you hold it, you can hear the air leaking out the barrel. With 12 grams, you're going to get about 2 shots out of it. With a larger tank, you can fire all day long. I use a 13 cubic inch Ninja tank. 3,000 psi is pretty awesome. I enjoy it. I use it all weekend when we do the big game stuff. So hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it answered some questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them on the video.